Hello?
Hey, honey, it's me.
Oh, I'm so glad you called. I'm at the construction site.
Well, how's it going?
Oh, it's amazing. I mean, these guys are wonderful. You'd think they were putting up their own house, not ours. I mean, they've made so much progress, and it's going to be just beautiful.
I can't wait for us to have our own place again.
Me neither. When are you going to come home?
As soon as I can. I miss you.
Oh, sweetie, I miss you too. Is something wrong?
Luis is here. Every time I look at him, I think what he must feel like losing Sheridan.
I just can't imagine.
He's still in a state of denial. He's convinced the Bermuda police to post flyers of Sheridan's picture all over the area, including the outback islands with no police force of their own.
Oh, no.
I can't say I blame him. How can you believe someone you love so much is really gone forever?
I don't know.
I'm just glad you've decided not to let David come between us.
Well, I don't care if I am legally married to David. My life is with you and the family that we've built.
Well, that's why I called. To tell you how grateful I am and that I love you so much.
Oh, sweetie, I love you too. And as soon as I can, I'm getting the church to annul my marriage, and I am getting a civil divorce.
It can't happen soon enough for me.
Me neither. Oh, but sweetie, I gotta go. I'm gonna get these guys some lemonade, okay? I'll see you soon. You guys are working so hard. Thank you.
Yours did make the best lemonade.
What are you doing here, David?
So you got my fax?
I'm holding the missing persons flyer in my hand as we speak. I'll make sure it goes out to all the islands around here, but I wouldn't hold out much hope.
I'll hold out hope. You just distribute Sheridan's picture.
Sure thing.
Thanks a lot. I really appreciate you doing this, Captain.
Did I get your fax?
Yeah. Now I just gotta wait for the captain to distribute Sheridan's picture, and hopefully someone will recognize her. Sam, I know you think I've lost it, but I can't shake the feeling that somehow Sheridan survived the explosion and the hurricane. She's just out there. She's out there. She's waiting for me to find her.
Because of some rose that mysteriously appeared on your desk?
Sam, it's a sign. This rose. It's a sign from Sheridan. Let me know she's still alive.
Whoa, wait a minute. Where are you going? You haven't had your tea yet.
I'm gonna go take another look at the roses. Would you mind if I snipped one off the bush?
Oh, snip 'em all. Roses grow wild around here.
Thank you. Maybe if I carry one with me, it'll help trigger my memory.
Hello?
This is police headquarters. Calling to tell you we'll be sending out an emergency fax to all the islands.
Sounds important.
Yeah, she'll receive it shortly.
Aren't you going to ask me who was on the phone just now?
Who was on the phone just now?
The Bermuda police. They want me to be on the lookout for some urgent fax they're sending around to all the islands. Knew that infernal machine would come in handy one day. Brian, if you keep staring at it like that, your eyeballs are going to fall out of their sockets.
I'm sorry, Liz.
Hey, Doc.
Hey, Doc. It's okay, Brian. I've been there myself. And I know you're hoping you can get Diana, or whatever her real name is, to fall for you. But what if she's involved with someone in her old life?
Well, I just have to hope that she likes me more.
Not that you aren't one of the most charming rogues I've ever met, but if she gets her memory back, she's not going to stick around here. She's going to hightail it back to her own world as fast as her pretty little legs can take her.
Even if she doesn't get her memory back, the people who miss her will come looking for her. The second they get wind she's here, they'll snatch her home so fast your head'll spin.
What is it about these roses? was this rose bush? Why is it so important to me? Who gave me the rose? Was it a boyfriend? Am I married? Was it someone that I love? Ethan! Ethan! Oh, good, you're here.
Yes, well, I was going to see you after I spoke to Julian. Let him know that we are contesting this island divorce of his. You're not going to lose the house nor anything else without a substantial financial settlement or a fight.
Thank you, darling. I knew I could count on you. Oh, don't tell me Rebecca's gone back to Sunnybrook Farm.
She and Gwen were here a minute ago. I guess they went upstairs.
I must have missed them. I took the elevator. What? My vase. Oh, damn that Rebecca!
Mother's just a vase. I'm sure it can be replaced. How are you feeling?
The truth?
Absolutely.
Yeah, I felt better. Aside from the fact that my legs don't work, I didn't sleep a wink last night.
Well, we'll ask Dr. Russell to give you more pain pills.
No, that wasn't the problem, darling. I just was very worried.
Is there anything I can do?
You're the only one who can.
Well, tell me what it is, Mother. I mean, you know, I'll give blood, a kidney, whatever.
It's sweet of you to offer, dear, but there's only one thing that's going to make me feel better. Please don't marry Teresa.
Pilar with poison, Rebecca with a rifle, Eve wants to gild me, Ethan and Louise to tear me to shreds. I'm going to make a resolution. In order to stay alive, I will never see Teresa again.
Mr. Crane.
God, what are you doing here? God forbid your mother or Ethan finds us together. They'll kill me.
I don't want Ethan to find out we're married any more than you do.
Your mother just attacked me like a screaming banshee for robbing you of your innocence. She doesn't seem to care that we are legally man and wife.
Well, that's why I'm here. Because I am your wife, and you're my husband. And you're the only person who can give me what I want.
Oh, really? Minor obstacles aside, I must say I don't regret our Bermuda marriage for 1 minute. Whatever I have is yours, my darling wife.
I was hoping that you would say that.
Oh, music to my ears.
What are you doing?
Oh,
What's Teresa doing here? Oh, you pig! Get your hands off my daughter!
Of the one who could lead me places and kiss the lips of the one who could sing so sweet, and I would fly on the wings of a bird I knew could take me high as breathe in, breathe out. You keep me alive. You are the fire burning inside of me. You are my for life.
David, why would you want to help build my new house?
Well, it seems a little logical, I guess, but I couldn't think of any other way to be close to you. Look, I know that you plan to put a formal end to our marriage and continue life with Sam. But I just can't forget the life we had together.
You know, David...
I'm not going to abduct you. I'm not going to take you away from here. I just want to help in any way I can, even if it means this, even if it means finishing this house.
Even though you know I'm going to spend the rest of my life here with Sam.
I love you, Grace. And I'd do anything, even this, that'll make you happy.
I know it's far-fetched, Sam.
Right next to impossible. You're an experienced cop, Luis.
Yeah, and I've been trained to look at the hard evidence, not let emotions get in the way. But I keep thinking of something that you taught me when I was a rookie. Now, Sam, you said that there were going to be times when the facts didn't add up and it felt like my back was up against a brick wall. And during those times, you said that you've got to go with your instinct. And I quote, because your gut never lies. This is one of those times, Sam. Between this rose and my instinct, I've got the feeling that Sheridan's still alive. And that's why I can't give up hope. I'm gonna find her.
She thinks that rosebush would be the key to her past somehow.
If she's right, and it triggers even one memory, my guess is her whole life will come back to her in a rush.
Feels like I was happy, but who was I with? Is there someone out there who loves me?
I told you last night that nothing's changed. I love Teresa, and I'm going to marry her.
Ethan, how can you forget that Teresa lied to you about your father? I mean, she knew for ages that you weren't a Crane, and yet she let you find out in the cruelest possible way.
You know, Mother, you seem to forget that you knew I was Sam Bennett's son a lot longer than Teresa did. And somehow you justified not telling me. Should I just hold that against you forever, too?
If that's what it takes, then so be it.
I can't believe I'm hearing this.
Well, you are. I would rather lose you myself than see you make the biggest mistake of your life by committing to the wrong girl. Ethan, if Teresa could lie to you once, then she can do it again. I mean, who knows what secrets she's keeping from you, even now.
You animal! I warned you to keep your filthy hands off my daughter!
Mama, please! It wasn't Julian's fault!
You are little more than a child. He's a grown man. Of course it's his fault. I warned you. And you do not learn, do you? I told you to keep away from my daughter. Those scratches on your face, obviously they weren't enough to convince you that I was serious. You deserve to die for what you've done. Teresa, please! You did not want to tell Ethan and Luis what this pig had done to you because you were afraid that they would go to jail for killing him. Well, I will go to jail for your murder instead. I will be glad to spend the rest of my life in jail knowing that you are dead!
I saw his face. Who is he?
You okay, Diana?
I'm more than okay. I just remembered something. Actually, I should say someone.
Oh, that's great. Who is it?
A man. He must have been a boyfriend or a husband, but someone loves me, and I can now remember what he looks like.
If you were in the same situation with Grace, would you stop looking for her?
This is not a missing persons case, Luis. The body was formally identified as Sheridan's.
But what if your gut told you that she was still alive? Huh? What would you do then?
Probably the same thing you are.
I knew it. Sam, you don't give up on the love of your life, not once you finally found him. I mean, you can't. They're part of you. They're the other half of your heart and soul. I should probably stop there, or you're never gonna make me detective.
Go ahead, and you might as well get it all out.
Well, I've been having these dreams about me and Sheridan. Vivid dreams that take place during different times in history. And last night I dreamt that we were alive during the Revolutionary War. And my name was Luke and hers was Sarah, but it was definitely me and Sheridan. It's like proof that we were always together. And maybe we were always together. And I figured if we could survive the course of time, then we could survive this too. And that's why I'm not giving up hope. I'm gonna find her.
Mother, you are entitled to your own opinion. But I am a grown man now, and I can marry whomever I choose.
But Ethan, you can't trust Teresa.
Yes, I can, and I do. Look, I've discussed with Teresa the secret she kept from me about my paternity. And she said she would never do anything like that again. I love her, and I have complete faith in her. Just gonna have to accept that.
Ethan, she may have had the best intentions in the world, but if she could lie to you about something so important, once she can do it again. Look at Julian. I mean, the man started out as a snake, a cheat, and a liar, and he'll
Don't
always
even
be
use their names in the same sentence. There's one thing I know for sure, it's that Teresa and Julian have nothing in common.
Where's the gun you keep locked in your desk, Julian?
Where is it? Mama! Julian misunderstood why I came here today. He thought that I'd come around to the idea of being his wife, but I only came here to ask him for a loan for Ethan to help him start his own law practice.
What? You did?
Yeah.
Oh, that's right. Yes, she did.
Why on earth would you ask this man for anything, Teresa?
Mama, he has heaps of money. And like it or not, I am married to him. And I thought that he could help me help Ethan. After all, he did think of Ethan as his firstborn son after all these years.
Exactly so. And I'm going to write the check as we speak. Teresa, 100. There you are, my dear.
It's an empty gesture. Money to you is only a way to manipulate people. You don't care about Ivy or Ethan or Teresa, a young girl you took as your wife. I can't even say the word. It makes me so ill.
Well, then I believe I have good news for you. I think my lawyer has just faxed the annulment papers. I don't think I shall be Teresa's husband for that much longer.
Good.
Voila.
Good. Where do I sign?
Thank you.
You see, Mama? Once Julian files these annulment papers, it'll be like our marriage never existed.
If only that were true, my child. But no piece of paper will ever erase what this pig did to you. No piece of paper will ever give you back your innocence. He has defiled you forever. The only way I will ever sleep again is with you dead.
Well, look who's smiling. What's going on, guys?
I've started to remember my life. I'm almost positive that I have a boyfriend or husband somewhere. I can even picture his face.
Oh, good for you. Doc here thinks that once you start remembering details, then the rest of your past will come back in a torrent.
This is a good sign. A very good sign. At least we know you don't have full-blown amnesia.
Well, if I keep this up, then I might get my memory back and be home by tomorrow. I mean, wouldn't that be wonderful?
Yeah, terrific.
You two looked like you were waiting for something important when we came in.
Oh, I am. The Bermuda police called me to be on the lookout for an urgent fax that they're sending around to all the islands. They didn't say what it was about, but I got the feeling it was kind of important.
Maybe it's about me. Maybe the man I love is trying to find me.
I know what it's like to love someone with my whole being. But let me tell you something. The human spirit is incredibly resilient.
Now, what's that supposed to mean?
Well, when I was younger, and in love with Ivy, I thought she was the only woman I'd ever have such deep feelings for. And when I lost her, I wanted to curl up and die because I thought my life was over. And then I met Grace. You know how I feel about her. Look, Luis, I know it seems impossible, but I am living proof that you can love again.
Oh, I can't imagine being with anyone but Sheridan. Wait a minute, you told me that you never get over your first love, and I always assumed that that was Grace, but now I know that's Ivy. Well, maybe you care more about Ivy than you want to admit.
Thank you, David.
Anything I can do to help. I mean that, you know.
Well, I'm beginning to believe you. As long as you know where I'm coming from.
Yeah. You've made it perfectly clear. You intend to stay with Sam and your kids. I understand.
I just wish you'd accept it. You know, it's not too late for you to move on with your life. Find somebody new.
If I was going to move on with my life, I would have done it years ago, when you first disappeared. I didn't because I loved and I missed the life we had together. I haven't changed, Grace. But I'm starting to realize that you have.
And how's that?
It's just that the Grace I knew would have never accepted life from someone who was supposed to love her. And yet you seem almost sanguine about Sam's deception of Ivy.
You know, David, I told you that Sam and I have discussed this.
Let me just finish, because I don't get that at all. How can you honestly tell me that you wake up every morning next to Sam and will for the rest of your life and believe a word that he says after he lied to you about something as important as his first love?
What was that?
I don't know. It sounded like it came from the library.
You are lower than a junkyard dog.
Oh, this from a household domestic.
I'm gonna go see what's going on.
Not without me, you're not.
You're a pig and you deserve to die for what you've done. I will kill you, Julian. I will kill you.
What's going on here? Why are you trying to kill Julian? Teresa, what are you doing here? Look, something's going on here, and I want to know what it is.
All I'm saying is that Ivy just became available again. Isn't there a small part of you that thinks about being with Ivy instead of Grace?
No. Grace is my life.
Sorry. It's none of my business.
No, Luis, you have a right to ask. But I know how I feel. I don't want to be with Ivy. I love Grace.
Shall I compare thee to a summer's day? Thou art more lovely and more temperate. Rough winds do shake the darling birds of May, and summer's lease hath all too short a day. Sometime too hard the eye of heaven shines, and often is his gold complexion dimmed, and every fair from fair sometime declines by chance or nature's changing course untrimmed. But thy eternal summer shall not fade, nor lose possession of that fair thou worth, nor shall death bribe thou wanderest in his shade, when in eternal lines to time thou growest. So long as man can breathe or eyes can see, so long lives there and this gives a life to thee.
I heard about this, Hastings guy.
Grace's husband.
You mean former husband?
No, I'm afraid not.
That's true, they're still married?
Seems that way. I couldn't believe it at first. I was so sure this guy was a fraud, I ran a thorough check on him.
You checked out?
Every last detail. You know, I would have staked my reputation that this guy was nothing but a fake. But I was wrong. My gut was wrong, you know. You can't fight hard evidence.
Aren't you a little worried?
What do you mean?
Well, I know Grace has amnesia, but what if her memory comes back and she remembers being in love with this guy? You know, what if she realizes that David is the real love of her life and not you?
Sam and I have worked through his not being honest about Ivy.
Yes, so you said.
But I don't think you listened, David. It's resolved. Sam's learned the hard way that he has to be honest with me about anything and everything. And besides, the relationship he had with Ivy was over years ago, long before Sam and I ever met or fell in love. And to be perfectly honest with you, our relationship has never been stronger than it is right now.
Whatever makes you happy, Grace.
David, I am happy.
One last question. You forgave Sam, right? I mean, you worked hard to get past the lie he told you.
Yes, that's what I wanted.
Are you sure? Did you forgive him because you loved him? Or because you couldn't stomach the thought that he might return to Ivy? Is it your love for Sam? Or is it your jealousy for Ivy that's been keeping this relationship going?
Flora, when I asked you why you attacked Julian at the hospital, you told me it was because of the way he treated Mother when she was a patient there. Well, if all that's true, then why are you still furious with him?
Yes, I'd like to know what's going on as well. Not that I don't appreciate your loyalty, Pilar, but my life is out of jeopardy and Ethan is contesting the divorce, so why were you going after this worm with a letter opener? Is your problem with Julian about me, or is it about someone else?
I've had enough of this. It's time for the truth to come out. You deserve to know why I'm so angry with Julian.
Mama.
Teresa. Ethan has a right to know.
Then I should be the one to tell him? Someone loves me. Maybe he's looking for me, and that's what the fax you're waiting for is about.
Oh, honey, I hate to burst your bubble, but we don't have the first idea what they're sending us in this fax.
How long ago did they call?
Just a few minutes is all.
And you're sure that the machine is working?
It was the last time I checked.
We all want you to find out who you are so you can get back to your people, but it's no good getting your hopes up without good cause.
You look like you've been punched in the gut.
Well, look at her, Liz. All she wants is to get away from here as fast as she can.
Yeah, Bryant, it has nothing to do with you. She is in love with someone from her past life.
Yeah, and she doesn't even know who he is, Liz.
And you don't know who she is either. But I don't see it slowing you down any.
I just wanted a little longer with her. That's it.
Look, it ain't over till it's over. And there's no reason for us to think that that fax coming in has anything to do with your Diana. Chances are she's going to be here for a long time.
Yeah, well, the problem is that she doesn't want to be here. I know if I'd have met her, before, Liz, I could have made her love me more than anybody she's ever met.
Shouldn't have said that.
No. You have every right to ask. I mean, for all any of us know, David could be the great love of Grace's life.
All I meant was that Grace has amnesia and no one knows what her life was like before she met you.
No. But I sure as hell know what her life has been like for the last 20 or so years. I believe in Grace and me and everything we've built together. There's no way this David Hastings is going to come between us, no matter what they once shared together.
You know, David, I don't have to work at keeping Sam away from Ivy. He wants to be with me. And I want to be with him.
If you say so.
You know, I hate when you do that.
Maybe I should go back outside and keep working on your house.
You know, I wish you would consider moving on with your life.
Maybe I could.
Well, I think that would be best.
If you were willing to help prove something to myself and to you.
Anything.
I was hoping you were going to say that.
The reason I came here today was to ask Julian for a loan.
A loan? What for?
To help you start up your law office, Ethan. It would have taken so long if you and I had to wait to save up the monies.
But to ask Julian of all people?
I know how you feel about him. But he raised you as his son, and I figured that he still cared enough about you to want to help you out.
It's a sweet thought. But I will never take Crane money for anything in this world. I mean, don't you realize any money from Julian and Alistair comes with such long strings attached that, I mean, for the rest of our lives, we'll be paying it off. Okay. And it's going to take us a while, but I want this law practice to be something that we work towards and build up together. What I still don't understand is why you were attacking Julian with a letter opener just because Teresa was asking him for a loan.
I started to think about everything else Julian had done, and I just lost it.
Well, Julian, you're in luck, because I don't want your money any more than you want to give it to me. You can't very well finance the law practice that's going to be fighting you over your divorce with my mother.
What's that you said?
I said that I'm going to make sure the divorce with...
You put those back.
Oh, not until I see what you're so interested in.
What's going on?
I'll tell you in just a moment.
Annulment papers?
Okay, David, so how can I help? What can I do that would make you realize that you need to get on with your life?
Grace and I love each other. There's no way this clown's gonna mess with that.
Yeah, I'm sure you're right. You and Grace have a marriage that people only dream about. And Sheridan and I used to talk about how we wanted to be like you.
I'm sorry.
Sam, I know it's like a needle in a haystack. I got the feeling she's still out there. I don't believe that she is gone. If only... All I can do now is wait.
One more hotel on the list. I don't even know why I'm bothering. But I promised that cop on the mainland. Here goes nothing.
Maybe that's the emergency fax you were called about, Liz.
Could be.
What if I'm right? And what if this fax is about me and I can finally find out who I am and go home?
Easy now. It's no good getting your hopes up over nothing, Diane.
I know you're right, but I just have a feeling that this fax is about me. I mean, this could be the piece of the puzzle that I need to figure out who I am.
What are you doing with annulment papers, Julian?
I swear to God, Ivy, if you don't give me those papers, you're going to need more than a wheelchair.
And what is Teresa's signature doing here?
But that can't be. Are you sure, Mother?
Hello, it's her handwriting right there in black and white, isn't it, Ethan?
Yes, but I don't understand. What's going on here, Teresa?
Oh my God.
That's not what you think.
Oh my God.
What? What? I don't get it. What?
No wonder it's too horrible for words.
What? Damn it. Look, why is Teresa's signature on papers annulling a marriage with Julian?
Well, there's only one reason I can think of, Ethan. They got married. It must have happened in Bermuda, only it appears that one of them is having second thoughts.
Is this true? Are you married to the man I grew up believing was my father?